Okay, so before you guys even ask, yes, this is an actual thing. And it all comes from the pages of Marvel Knights, The World to Come, 2025, issue number 1. Please support the official release. And maybe even support Ryan Gosling getting the role of Black Panther now, because the meme is real. So in this story, we see an older version of T'Challa in a tribal challenge similar to where he fought Killmonger in the movie, except this time he was fighting a young boy, who was also a Black Panther. After T'Challa bests the kid in combat, he asks the High Priest if the fight is over, where Bishop Beatface rudely says no, which results in T'Challa accidentally sending the stubborn kid over a waterfall. We are then greeted to a flashback where we see a younger T'Challa reminisce on his marriage to Storm, who we learn had died in a race war on this Earth. Having loved her more than anything, we see the king had even erected a giant temple in her honor. It is here that the extra buff Black Panther is then greeted by his mother, where she expressed concern for her son's well-being. While still in his prime, the king certainly wasn't getting any younger, and he and Storm had not had any children during their marriage. If something were to happen to him, he'd have no heir to pass down the role of Black Panther to, and that could lead to crucial Wakandan resources falling into the wrong hands. So, bottom line, Grandma T'Challa was telling our boy to stop crying and go make some Panther cubs. Hey, lady, chill. If we were married to Halle Berry and lost her, we'd need a minute too. Our boy would then have an on and off again fling with an absolute baddie who was a dead ringer for Cassie, who was named Monica Massoy, where he'd eventually propose and the pair would marry, where she would soon become pregnant with the king's son. Coming back to present day, we'd see Panther save the boy, who we'd learn was his son named Katuma. Being just as ornery as young Liquid Snake in Metal Gear Solid 5, we'd see Katuma was offended to even be saved by the likes of his father, where he then went to fight him once more. T'Challa really knew what was going on and tried to talk some sense into the kid that he was being used by the priest, so he could become the new king and ultimately their pawn, and he refused to let his only son be manipulated like this. Not listening to this voice of reason, Little Panther then grabbed a root which he then used to whack his father and proceeded to beat him nearly to death, where he was then interrupted by the priest, who reminded him that the usage of weapons was not allowed. Switching to good old hand-to-hand combat, the pair would then duel once more, where Katuma would get the best of his old man and take him down, where he then declared himself as the new rightful king of Wakanda. In a very bizarre twist, the boy would then take off his mask, where instead of a more, melanated individual, we would see the young Katuma was more like Liquid Snake than we all realized, where we see he was a full-on white kid with blue eyes and brownish blonde hair. I'm no geneticist, but as a mixed kid myself, this dude may take the cake as the true ultimate light skin. Now I know this is only the first issue in this comic, and this kid may end up being adopted, or who knows, this may be T'Challa's full-on blood-related son, and you know what? I hope it's the latter. It certainly would not be the craziest thing that's happened in comics. Punisher and Lois Lane have turned full-on black before, and it will finally silence all of those losers online who've been questioning, what about a white Black Panther? I want Ryan Gosling as Black Panther. These guys always kick up anytime someone's race is swapped in a movie or show. You guys got him now. You got your wish. You can peacefully rest and go back to where you came from. Ryan Gosling is now literally all of us. Even black. The multiverse is a vast landscape for limitless diversity, so I for one am here for this, and ivory black dudes aside, I am genuinely intrigued by where this story is going. I haven't read a Black Panther story in a minute, and if you guys are interested in this, leave a like or comment if you want to see more coverage on this. More than anything, I want to know what you think. Are you reading this story? What are your thoughts on this reveal, and where do you think it's going? Sound off in the comments. As always, I also wanted to let you guys know that our superhero training program is live. If you're ready to get your confidence back and finally get in the superhero shape you've always dreamed of, you can follow me on Instagram at McAdeesFitness. You can shoot me a message with code SUPER, and I'll send you our free Summer Shredded Spider-Man program. Here's to your superhero origin story. Thank you all so much again. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed today's content. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.